Hello, we have made it to day 26 of 30 Days of Sketches, hosted by Christy's Beautiful Life. This is round 13. I'm Amanda with Crafting with Amanda, and our sketch today is by, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, T. Kahiki, and it might be Tai Kahiki, and I apologize for that, but it's this beautiful, bright colored sketch. Again, I am still working with photos from our trip to Walt Disney World in 1997 and in 2000. And so I have these photos that were taken in what was then downtown Disney. And I think right now there's like a parking structure where some of this is. It's kind of funny. But I absolutely love all of the interesting things and all of the small details, and just I think Disney does a really good job of giving lots of scope for the imagination. So I was looking for some orange or tones that I needed to pull out from the colors from the Disney photos. So I went to my file that I have all of the paper names with the colors in them, and I was searching for the honey color. It's a retired color, but for me it was the perfect color. So I found that in, I don't remember the name of the paper, but I found that in one of my older paper packs, and that's what the, between the red polka dots and the green stars paper is there. And it's from Are We There Yet, I think. So I cut everything down to 5 inches by 2 inches. The one polka dot piece was already 2 inches wide and just too long, so I just left it. And then the other piece of the, I think it's sapphire, was too wide, and I thought that would actually be good because sometimes we don't always cut exact, or papers aren't always exact. So I thought if I started with the red end and then I just bumped up everything next to each other, then anything that was short would just be on top of that sapphire. So while I'm putting this together, I will remind you, if you see that red subscribe button, you can hit that, and then you'll be able to find my videos better. There's also a playlist, 2 of them, below the description, or below the video in that description. One of them is just my 30 days of sketches projects that I've done throughout the years since I found this wonderful challenge. And then the other one is for all of the people that are participating for this month's challenges and all the sketches. So you can see what everybody else did with this beautiful day 26 sketch. So I went on my Cricut and I just created a tag. The bumps on the side are, so it was a square with a heart, and then I did the oval upside down to make that center hump. So I just created my own tag and then cut the circle out of it as well, and did Surrounded by Whimsy. And I just, like I was saying earlier, I love all of the little details that Disney does to just create this wonderful world of whimsy. When I was trying to decide what my title would be, this is what kind of came to mind. So I had to look up what whimsy meant just to make sure that I wasn't going in the wrong direction. And it says that it's with a capricious humor or disposition, extravagant, fanciful, excessively playful. And if that doesn't describe some of the little vignettes that you find in and around Disney, in their parks, at their hotels, in Disney Springs, I don't know what else does. So for me, this was just the perfect title. And then I also had to go ahead and print out that definition to include on the page. I don't necessarily have a lot of journaling or information that I remember about these photos because it's going on 25 years ago. And life has happened since then. So I just thought that having that definition on there would definitely help kind of have one more area of something to look at, to read as we're going over these photos. So now you can see I have my pile of all of the Cricut cuts, which is one of the elements that I'm including on my pages this month, along with the color Candy Apple. And so I'm just going through and trying to pick some of those. And I love the hand in the upper left corner that's kind of holding the tag. Originally, I had some red ribbon to put in there for a topper for the tag, but I think this gloved Mickey hand kind of holding it is just perfect, so it works for me. And then to make sure that I have it kind of touching the outside edges of my scrapbook page but not going over it, I didn't want to cut any off. I took some time to really place that in there, and I figure since I'm using the word whimsy, I kind of had to have the tag and the title come in at an angle or at something different, that it wasn't all in our boxes and squared off. Now I know in the original sketch they had the glitter rainbow across the page and then some more pattern paper below it and above it, but for me I just felt that was too much going on and would distract from the photos. That red polka dot paper is kind of bold as well. All the rest of them are a little more subtle patterns, but this works. I needed that bold balance of red in the bottom along with the Mickey star, and then I have that polka dot heart that I'm going to put up on the tag, and that's kind of going to give me my triangle. I spent a lot of time trying to deck out or embellish or highlight the whimsical definition, and so I started with the zip strip and just cut up banner end, and this one goes fine, but I did cut out a lot of the footage of me playing with these two other stickers that I tried to incorporate as well, and it was kind of funny. At the time I knew I was playing with it too much, but I just had to let it go, so you'll get to see that later. So now I am going to add my journaling lines. This is an old Journaling Jots stamp set that I use all the time. And if you wonder what colors I use, I'm trying to, like for this particular one, I use Carolina because my tag is in Carolina. There's Carolina in one of the blue stripes. And so that, again, just helps give balance to your projects. Just little things like that really do add up to make a more cohesive project and more cohesive pages to fill albums. So this is one of the two stickers. The other is, it's like a file folder tab, but it's yellow stars on a white background, and they're really faint to see, and I try to play with it, and like I said, I cut all that out because I think played with it for 10 minutes. So then I got out some of my black die cut stars, and I'm just playing with those. The stars that were on that file folder tag sticker that I told you about was the same as these, so it was kind of perfect, and the layout's done. It came together all as well. So be sure to check out those playlists of all the other gals that are playing along with these 30 days of sketches, and pull out your own sketches and start creating. Have a great day. Blessings.